The foreign investment license contains key investment details, as well as the rights and responsibilities of the investor with respect to the investment project. These details depend on the structure of the project and their respective required documents. For a foreign investment license, different application forms are required depending on the project type. Some of these types include FDI and civil participation in greenfield projects, FDI in existing firms whether listed or not, buyback and project financing arrangement. The applicant must provide feasibility studies or the latest available information and data on the intended project. Under FIPA, machinery and equipment, tools and spares, CKD parts, raw, addable and auxiliary materials, patent rights, technical know-how, trademarks, and specialized services are considered as foreign capital enjoying benefits and protections. Therefore, investment projects differ as to what constitutes the foreign capital which is being imported. A typical foreign investment license includes the name of the investor, the project or the company being invested in, the ownership structure as required for direct investments, the name of the local investors, the volume of the total capital investment to be imported by the foreign investor and his contribution to the equity capital, as well as additional financial facilities provided by the investor, the recognition of the rights of the foreign investors for the transfer of profits and repayment of the financial facilities, the payment of fees and remunerations with respect to the transfer of technology agreements or royalties, the right to repatriate capital, which may result from the sale of shares or the proceeds from liquidation, the principal and the interest on the financial facilities, and finally, any other foreign currency transfer within the context of the investment project. The license usually ends with a deadline for the import of the minimum required capital for the purpose of the initial operation and startup of the project. Following the issuance of the license and depending on the elements authorized under the investment project, certain governmental agencies and public bodies must be approached in order to establish the business. There are a number of procedures following the issuance of foreign investment licenses. Various government bodies and organizations must be approached to obtain the short and long-term visas for foreign investors, directors, and experts, the residence permits for foreign investors, directors, and experts and their immediate family members, commercial foreign companies registration, registration of orders, machinery equipment, and other physical capital, commercial cards, exemption of customs duties for imported machinery, exploitation permits, and work permits for foreign directors, investors, and experts. Other factors to consider are the transfer of foreign capital in cash to Iran's banking system and handing the bank's confirmation to the OIETA, passing inspections for any physical capital brought to Iran as part of the foreign investment, and finally, the issuance of the Customs Green Certificate and submission to the OIETA. Vakil Group will be your trusted partner every step of the way, from the initial application process to getting the final green light from Iranian authorities and successfully establish your business. Our local know-how will ensure that your business meets all of the requirements and benefits from all available incentives. Our dedicated team will be by your side during your entire venture in Iran. With Vakil Group as your partner, you will only have to worry about your core business, and we will take care of the rest.